Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Nayeon, and previously I shared with you my new recent holy grail base cream called Akma base formula from Lalavesi, and I also mentioned to you that I would be showing you how you would mix and match these two shades to suit your own personal skin color. And you can pretty much make over 30 different skin shades just by using these two tubes alone. So that's what I'm here to share with you today. I'll be making my own recipe and showing you how you can apply this on in various different ways. Let's get started. So when you're picking out the colors for the Lalavesi formula, they actually come in two tubes, the Y1, which is the lightest shade, and the Y6, which is the darkest shade. I couldn't go with the Y1 alone because my skin is not porcelain alabaster white, so I had to have my Y6 to mix in with the Y1. And so when you purchase the two together, you get an entire kit. So one of the things you get in the kit is this Lalavesi brush, and it's really well made. The bristles are fine, soft, and sturdy, and you can use this to apply on the base formula or use it as a mixing brush to mix the two colors together. And you'll also be getting two of these very cute empty containers where you can store the base formula after you're done mixing. And lastly, along with an instruction manual, you'll be getting this paper palette. And when you flip open the first cover, it shows you the step-by-step process of mixing the colors, and they give you a pretty good amount to work with. I know that the thought of mixing and finding your own skin tone can be a little bit intimidating, but trust me, it's no rocket science, and I'll be guiding you through it right now. So the first most important part of the tutorial is of course to find your skin shade, and we use this pamphlet that shows you the 6 general shades you can make using the Y1 and the Y6 tubes. And here on the side, you'll see the different percentages of each tube you'll be adding in to make the different shades. And in the palette book, you'll see that we'll be adding the mixtures in these 5 20% circles. Place the inner part of your arm next to the swatches in the palette book and see which shade you closely align with. Mine is 3 and 4. And in the circles, I'll have to put in 50% Y1 and 50% Y6. So going slowly, you don't have to be too precise with this as long as you get it within the circle. And that's the Y1. So I'm going to be putting in 2 full Y1 circles and half in the middle. And doing the same with the Y6. A full 20%, another 20%, and the final 10% right in the middle to join my Y1. And that completes your mixture. So taking the Lalavesi brush, I'm gonna slowly and carefully mix everything together and try to keep the mixing all in one place and not spread it out too much on the paper because we'll eventually want to save some up for later use. And once you feel that the mixing is complete, take some from the brush and put a dab right next to the swatch color that you were trying to make. And since I'm not going to be using all of this that we mixed in, they'll be going into this container for later use. You really don't need that much of the Akma base per use, so whatever you put in the container, you can use up to 2 to 3 times. I really love this concept because you're not tied down to one full-size bottle of a single shade. You can mix, match, and make different recipes depending on the change of seasons. And when you really get comfortable in mixing, you can save time by mixing within the container. So here I am marking the side of the container, one for the bottom and one for the half mark, and I'll be filling the Y6 up to the half mark. And then I'm going to do a third mark this time to fill it up with the Y1. I'm filling more of the Y6 than the Y1 as you can see because I wanted to make my shade a little bit darker than a shade 3. So it'll be between the 3 and the 4. And there you have it, your full container of the Akma formula. And for the final test, place a swatch anywhere near your wrist to see if it blends out to your natural skin tone. And you can see that the color between Y3 and 4 that we just made blended perfectly with my skin tone. There are about 3 main ways of using the Akma base formula, and this first way I'm just applying it on as a normal base coverage and blending it out evenly. This formula again provides you with the perfect amount of coverage. It's so lightweight, looks very natural, and it lasts well over 9 hours. So I'm just blending it all out, and you saw in the beginning I didn't need too much of it. All I did was put a swatch on my cheeks, forehead, and chin. And after blending out one layer of the formula, you may have some bumps here and there to correct like I do, so get more of the formula base and put it on the areas you need to correct. So the second way of using the base formula is by using it as a concealer. And the final third way of using the Akma base is by using it as a highlight. What I'm dotting on my face right now is not the Y3 that I mixed in earlier. This is just the Y1 because it's lighter and it will provide the perfect highlight. Just apply it on the T-zone and dab it in place. As you continue to blend it out, you'll see a very natural, subtle glow to your skin. And as a final tip, I'll be adding a lot more of my Y6 to a very small amount of my Y3 and 4, blending it out. And applying it all over the face like I did before, and this is going to give you more of a sexier and natural looking complexion. I know this looks no different from before, but it will sink in right away, giving you a darker tinge. And so I'm going from this to that. This wraps up my tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed it and check it out because it's such a cool concept knowing that I'm able to make a fresh batch of base makeup every time I need to use it. So hope you check that out. I've linked everything that you need to know down below in the description box, so please check that out. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!